Hey folks, welcome to another episode of AskTheAuctionGuy.com, and today I want to cover another question that comes up pretty frequently, and that is, should I ship internationally? So what I want to do here is just kind of go over some of the pros and cons of international shipping. Let's start with the advantages of shipping internationally. Alright, biggest advantage, biggest reason why you're going to want to give this a try is that you can get higher prices for your items, and sometimes it can make a really dramatic difference in the price of your items, and sometimes it's just a few dollars, but almost always if you offer international shipping you're going to get on average a little bit more money for your items, so that can be probably the biggest advantage and biggest reason why you're going to want to try it. Now, when you're doing it internationally, if you've got items that weigh 100 pounds, I'd say to generally steer clear of it. It's just not going to be worth the hassle. But if you've got small items, especially ones weighing less than 4 pounds, definitely do give it a try once in a while, and just give it a good test and see what happens. But I definitely find I get good results when dealing with small items, especially like CDs and DVDs and things like that. When the US dollar is weak, this can definitely make your prices seem more attractive to overseas buyers, so basically they're getting more buying power to order from you. So while a weak US dollar isn't necessarily good for us, you can definitely use it to your advantage by offering international shipping on your eBay items. Now, there's some cons to international shipping, so let's go over them too, just so that you kind of know what you're going to be getting into. The first and probably biggest reason that a lot of people don't do it is because it's harder to track. So you're going to go to the post office and you're going to ship your item, but you're not going to get really a tracking number unless you go with some of the upgraded items, and even then all you can do is get a delivery confirmation on the item. So it's not like shipping with UPS or FedEx, which both offer international shipping, but it's very, very expensive with them. So one of the things you kind of have to deal with is that it's going to be harder to track. You kind of have to assume people are going to be a little more trustworthy and not say, hey, my item didn't show up when it really did. Now, for the most part, I don't find that to be a problem, but once in a while. Now, the next thing here is that the paperwork, it's a little bit more of a hassle to fill this out because you've got customs forms and you've got to say, okay, here's what it is and here's what it's worth. And it's just a little bit more of a hassle to ship internationally, and it takes more time, so that's another consideration to make when you're deciding if you want to ship internationally. Again, I do usually find that it's worth the time to do, but and the big thing here is that international shipping is a lot more expensive. Now, you can pass this additional expense on to your customers, so don't worry about that. The biggest thing here is just to make sure you know exactly what your item weighs and know exactly which shipping method you're going to use so that you charge the right amount, because if you're off even just by a little bit, it can make a really, really big difference in how much it's going to cost to ship the item. But that pretty much covers international shipping. Like I said, I do recommend you give it a try. And make sure you come visit me at AskTheAuctionGuy.com. I got a bunch of cool videos and things for you there to come check out, so hopefully I will see you on over there in just a few moments.